Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and it's time for another Beat, Matt, Batrep.
MiniWarGaming's Beat, Matt, Batrep!
And this time we're going to be playing with some more new Tyranid models against John's Chaos, his Chaos Space Marines and Chaos Demon allies. And I will be bringing in this battle report the new Tyrannocyte. That's the new Tyranid drop pod-ish kind of thingy. That's kind of not like the drop pods, but you'll see what I mean. I'm also actually going to bring the Neurothrope in this one with the new Zonethropes, but they're not going to play as big a part. We're going to do other battle reports where I really try to show what the Zonethropes can do. And then the next battle report, we're going to play another one today. I'm going to be bringing the Sporocysts. Those are the immobile bastion kind of things that huck out spore mines and fire, and I'll do all sorts of kind of fun stuff. But that'll be in our second game, which will be in the vault at the link below. So after you watch this one, check that one out. So let's take a look at the armies as well as the scenario. And we will be playing a Maelstrom mission, of course. We're going to be doing the one that you get 3 objectives per turn, just nice and simple to try out everything new. On my side, we've got my army ready to go. We've got deployed 2 groups of Tyranid warriors with Death Spitters and a Barbed Strangler on each of them. And we've got our new Toxicrine, just to bring him back to see what else he'll do, and a group of 15 Hormagaunts with poison. And in reserve, we've got 4 Tyrannocytes filled with various cargo. I decided I wanted to try out some of the stuff I could do with the old mycetic spores, which is why you're seeing such a weird variety here. There's not necessarily any coherence besides the fact that I loved bringing 20 Termagants with Devours inside of a mycetic spore because they drop out and fire 60 strength 4 shots, so that was always nice. I loved bringing Zonethropes inside of a drop pod because they would drop down and try to kill a Land Raider or something that's usually pretty hard for me to deal with. In this case, we've got 2 Zonethropes and a Neurothrope. Not that they're going to have much success, because I'm going up against demons, so he's going to have a lot of warp charges to deny me. But who knows, they might do something. And then we've got a Tervagon inside of a Tyrannocyte, because I thought it can bring any monstrous creature, and typically with the mycetic spores, you only sought bringing like a single Carnifex. That was the only monstrous creature it could really bring. And we have a Tyrannifex. The Tyrannifex has Acid Spray and the Desiccator Larva, which are Fleshbane, so they're essentially poison 2+, but Fleshbane just you wound on a 2+, which is really nice because he'll come in nice and close and be able to drop down a Strength 6 Flamer template and a Fleshbane Flamer template. So lots of damage from him right there. And then we have our 4 Tyrannocytes. I upgraded all 4 of them with Barbed Stranglers. So it brings them from 75 points up to 100. But I have a funny feeling that I'm always going to upgrade them to either Venom Cannons or Barbed Stranglers because Death Spitters with a Ballistic skill of 2 are essentially useless. But all of a sudden when you throw in template weapons, the blast weapons, with the low ballistic skill they have, those will still hit most of the time because you're rolling to scatter rather than rolling to hit. So we'll see how they do. And on the Chaos side, we've got 1750 of a lot of demons and some Chaos Space Marine stuff. We've got a group of Screamers that's a Herald, correct?
Yes,
on a disc. And then we've got some Pink Horrors, painted blue, because back in the day it actually mattered if they were pink or blue. We've got Bellicor. Now this is your Chaos Space Marine, right?
He's my Chaos Space Marine HQ, yes.
With your Cultists.
Yes.
What's the other troop choice?
They're allied, so they're just...
Oh, this is the allied detachment. So your Chaos Demons is your Combined Arms detachment,
yes.
And Bellicor and the Cultists who are in reserve are your allied detachment. So you bring the allied detachment just to bring Bellicor?
Basically, because...
What does he like to do in this game?
He likes to fly around. He has Strength 7, AP 2, Armor Bane, Fleshbane. I don't think he has an instant death weapon, but he's very good. So.
Yeah, so he's a nice ally to bring to bolster everything, and he totally fits in with the rest of your army. We've got a group of Seekers, and a Greater Unclean one, with Iron Arm, Endurance, and Hemorrhage. Totally useless Hemorrhage.
Go Hemorrhage.
Yeah, yay Hemorrhage! Hey, you failed that toughness test and you take a wound.
Warp Charge too, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. And then we've got the Corn guys, the
Fleshhounds.
Fleshhounds, thank you, with a Herald on top of a thingy.
That's the Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut, yes. Thank you. I knew that. You told me just a moment ago, and I actually knew it was a Juggernaut, but my brain just stops working sometimes. And some Pink Horrors painted pink, which is really cool. So a lot of Psychers here. We got Warp Charge. We got 16 Warp Charges, whereas on my side I have 3, which is what I'm saying. I'm probably not going to get much of them off. Maybe late game, or if I get lucky, who knows. Although the Neurothrope could generate some more Warp Charges, but it's not really what this game is about. This game is about the Tyrannocytes. So I did roll to get to deploy first, and I get to choose who has first turn, and I will of course choose to have first turn. Would you like to try to steal the initiative?
I will indeed.
Steal the initiative on a 6? No, you lose turn 1 instead because you rolled a 1. So beginning of my turn, I draw 3 tactical objectives. Secure objective 6. Supremacy, which means I have to have twice as many. I might be able to do that one. And secure objective 3. 3 is right here, so no problem, but 6 is over there. But Supremacy I should be able to get. So I'll be able to get 3, because I have to have at least 2 objectives and twice as many as you, and right now you only have 1, and I can easily have 2. Toxicrate and move through cover. 4 inches, baby. And he's going to move over. Tentacles in the way! The important thing is his butt is in the trees, giving him 5 up cover, but he has Shrouded, so it'll be 3 up cover, and he's got Stealth first turn, so it'll be 2 up cover. So just don't shoot at him unless you have an ignore cover thing. And he's holding that objective. Oh, we are going to do mysterious objectives because there is a flying monstrous creature. And so when there's no flying stuff, I just usually don't do it because like who cares?
Sabotage every single one.
I know, but if it gets Skyfire, it could actually make a difference. So let's do the mysterious objectives. So I'll do this mysterious objective. It is 3. I think that's what I'm looking for.
that is Skyfire.
That's the Skyfire one. That's the important one. And this one is sabotaged. And then this one over here is 2, which is nothing of note.
Single.
These guys are going to move up here. This is not area terrain. Not that area terrain exists anymore, but it does provide 5 up cover. Mysterious objective 6. It's a grav wave generator. So if you attempt to charge a unit that's controlling it, you count as moving through, or you get -2 for your charge range. And that does not count as moving through covers or through difficult terrain. So move through cover won't stop that. Let's have the Hormagaunts advance, not go into difficult terrain. These guys all have poison. Just warning you, if you decide to charge them with a monstrous creature, just be aware. These guys are just going to shuffle around a little bit in here. Shooting phase, I'm going to run the Hormagaunts. They're going to move d6 plus 3, so 8 inches. Just basically looking to get them into this 4 up cover. I know you don't really have much shooting, but still keeping everyone alive that I can. And I'll have a 3 up cover because of stealth from night fighting for the first turn. Barb Strangler is going to target Pink Horrors here. And back 3 inches.
That good.
Ends up here, hit 1 Pink Horror and 2 Fleshhounds. So 1 Pink Horror wounded on 3 is wounded. And the Fleshhounds wounded on 4s, 2 wounds. So declaring to go to ground with these guys, you can have a 2 up cover save, just 1.
But
what?
It's 2 up rerollable, so it's just.
Oh, is it 2 up rerollable?
Yeah.
You get to reroll your cover saves?
They reroll all saves of 1.
Oh, where you roll a 1.
Yeah.
All right, so roll 2 dice. If you roll a double 1, then they die. Okay. So now these guys get their regular save.
So they're just straight 5 up.
5 up invuls?
Yeah.
1 dies, because they're 2 wounds each.
Is it barrage or is it?
No, it's nearest.
Okay.
It's not a barrage weapon. The weapon is pinning, but the demons ignore that. And the other Barb Strangler from the other warrior group, I'm going to just toss it right... Yeah, I can see this guy. I'll put it right here. And that's going to miss. It's going to go 7 inches, so right about here. Won't run the Toxicrane, which means that's the end of my shooting phase. No assaulting in the assault phase. So that is the end of Tyrannus turn 1. Managed to kill 1 Fleshhound. It's kind of like First Blood, but it's not.
It's a moral victory.
It's a moral First Blood. It's like, yay, I got to remove the first insignificant model off the table. So let's go into Demons, turn 1. Draw 3 cards. What we got? Blood and Guts, kill something in the assault phase. Secure objective 6. Hey, you got that
there
one.
we go.
And secure objective 1. And derpy derp, I forgot to actually claim my objectives. And so I got secure objective 3. I got supremacy, so I get D3 victory points. 3! Awesome. So that's worth a lot. And I'm going to throw away secure objective 6, because you can throw away 1 at the end of each of your turns. And this one's sabotaged. Oh, it blows up. So everything within 3 inches, which is just a Toxicrane, takes D6 strength 4 hits. 1 strength 4 hit, he's wounded on a 6.
Oh, you got it.
Doesn't ignore cover though, so he's got 2+. Yay! So for your objectives, you need to get objective 6, objective 1, exact opposite, and you have to kill something in the assault phase. If you manage to kill 3 things or more in the assault phase, you get D3 victory points instead of just 1. We got the Screamers moving forward. These guys count as jet bikes, so they get to move up to 12 inches. And they can do their turbo boost, and they get to like attack things as they turbo boost over those things. Do they each get an attack?
They do.
Whichever ones pass over get a strength 4 hit.
Strength 4, D3, I think each.
Wow. So this thing is a, what is it called?
Portal glyph, it's called.
Portal glyph. So it's the one that summons things, and it scatters 46 inches. So it's just going to go until it hits the side, right? Because it can't go off the table. All right. It sits back there and summons guys way in the middle of nowhere. I'm okay with that. And on a 4+ in the movement phase, it summons and does not. It counts as a vehicle, armor 12, all around, 1 hull point, demon, so it has a 5-up invuln.
Or actually, no, you said,
Greater
you said
unclean one?
that's,
Yeah, it's not difficult if you stay in the non-rocky areas. Be'lakor is going to stay on the ground and just jump forward. Seeker is going to move straight forward through that difficult terrain. It ignores the movement penalty, but it will be a dangerous terrain test for the first one, but not the other ones. Dangerous terrain test on the Seeker? Fine. Fleshhounds bounding forward. Now these guys are beasts.
They are.
So they ignore difficult and dangerous. They just like to move 12 inches. Mysterious objectives on number 4. We got 2, which is nothing. And number 2, which is sabotaged. He's going to attempt to grimoire these guys. On a 3+, he's successful. It gives them +1 to their invuln.
2.
Oh, +2. And if he fails it, they get a -2, right?
-1.
Oh, -1. Also +2 or -1. Seems like a pretty obvious thing to do. So right now these guys have a 3-up invuln.
Sure.
Psychic phase. So you get +16 to this roll.
Yeah.
And I get +3. So you get 20 and I get 7. My bad. I don't get +3. My psychics aren't on the board. I just get 4.
Woo!
Greater Unclean One is going to attempt to manifest endurance on himself. It's Warp Charge 2, using 5 dice. And he succeeds. So Be'lakor is going to cast Invisibility on these guys. And fail.
Yeah.
Yay! Because I hate invisibility. It deserves to fail every time. Honestly, it's the only power in the entire book that I actually think should not be in the book. He's going to attempt to manifest Psychic Shriek on the warriors. This is only Warp Charge 1, and he gets 3 of them. I've only got 4 dice, and I need to roll 3 6s to stop that. This is going to hurt. But they got 3 wounds each, so I think I'll be okay. So he rolls 3d6 and subtracts my leadership of 10, and he gets 11. So I take 1 wound, no armor or cover saves allowed, and I do not have any invuln, so I lose 1 wound. So the front one is down to 2. These guys are going to attempt to manifest Possession. Now, Possession will kill the entire unit and replace them with a big
Greater demon of my choice.
Yes, so pretty awesome. But they all die. And what's the warp charge cost?
3.
So you have to get 3, and you're only rolling 6 dice.
50-50.
No, that's not 50-50.
I'm terrible.
No, it's actually much harder than 50-50.
Whatever.
And you got it. And you know what? Just for the fun of it. Oh, I didn't stop it. So bringing in a Bloodthirster, he has to deep strike within 6 inches of them, and yes, he can mishap. So let's see what happens. Nope, he's good. And this unit is removed as a casualty, which gives me first blood. Yay, point for me!
Points.
Now I got to deal with a flying Bloodthirster. But, you know, worse things could happen, I guess. At least he's not a Psyker. End of Psychic phase. So we've got the beginning of shooting phase, Winds of Chaos. Greater Unclean One has the Warlord trait, lets you re-roll this. And do you like 6?
It'll let me read it.
So that is the one that hits all unengaged Tzeentch and enemy models. And on a 6, they'll take D6, Strength 4, AP 3, Poison 4, plus Ignore Cover. So start with your Tzeentch guys back there. They're fine. The Tzeentch Screamers are fine. My Warriors right here are fine. Hormagaunts are fine. Toxicrene, which could actually really hurt, is fine. And the Warriors are fine. Lovely Winds of Chaos. These guys are going to Turbo Boost. Now, when they Turbo Boost, every model that passes over a unit gets to do D3 Strength 4 hits. So that'll be nice for him. So you're probably able to get most of them passing over guys. Zip right across. They don't have to move their full 24, I don't think.
No.
I guess you want to make room for the guys behind. So all but the Herald, who doesn't have the rule anyways, and the last guy did it. So we've got 8 D3 Strength 4 hits. So 8 D3.
So 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3.
So lots of hits, wounding on 4s. It's AP nothing though, so I'll get my 4-up armor. Ooh, that's a lot of wounds. 4-up armor. Ooh, I lose 2 of them. We'll use the final position of the Screamers to do wound allocation, so thankfully these 2 die. Be'lakor will run 5 inches. Where's he going? Is he going back, or is he going forward? Is he going sideways, it looks like? And run the Bloodthirster 10 inches, because he is swooping right now, because he came in through Deep Strike. And these guys will run as well. They have fleets, so they could reroll, but 5 is good enough. Don't really want to reroll that to try to get a 6. These guys all have a 3-up invuln, so they're not worried about cover saves. They just want to bring the fight to the Tyranids and not allow me to take all the board control. The Seekers are going to run 3 inches. Do you want to reroll that?
I will. They also get +3 because they are Slaanesh.
+3 to their run distance.
Yep.
So they have 5 inches. So they're like my Hormigons. They're Hormigant wannabes.
Oh, yeah. I think these guys would kill Hormigons.
We'll see. We will see.
We'll see that.
We will see. And these guys will run. He decides he doesn't want to keep them at the very back. And we already summoned, right? Because this is your first.
I did try it,
We're still in your first turn.
Yeah.
And that is the end of turn 1. So you got objective. You secured objective 6. So that's a point. You didn't kill anything in the assault phase, and you have a secure objective 1. Did you want to get rid of any of those 2? And it's kill something in the assault phase during your turn, not my turn.
I will get rid of. How much is the? Are they all of it 1?
They're all worth 1, but the Blood and Guts one is worth D3 if you kill 3 or more in the same assault phase.
That's unlikely.
Maybe. I'm about to drop down a bunch of stuff, I hope.
I will.
So you're going to get rid of secure objective 1.
Do I draw it now or no?
Nope, not yet. Okay. At the beginning of your next turn. So you've got secure objective 6, and you're still holding on to Blood and Guts. And so positional-wise, you grabbed some more of the table, moving up with the Flesh Hounds. Right? That's what they're called? Yes! Got it right. And the Bloodthirster moving up as well. Just kind of starting to flank over here. If this is all I had on the table, obviously I'd be dead, because I would just die from the Bloodthirster alone. But it is not all I have in the army. So let's see what happens as we go into Tyranids turn 2. First things first, I get to draw 3 more objectives, because I now have 0. Domination. I have to control every objective marker on the table. It's worth a lot, though. D3 plus 3. Secure objective 2. And secure objective 6 again. So there's objective 2, but these are not troop choices. They're fast attack, right?
Yes.
And 6, of course, is over there, and those guys are troop choices. Yes. So in order to get it, I have to kill them. Whereas the other one, I just have to get troop choices within 3 inches of it, which will obviously be really, really easy to do, right? Yeah. And now, what I consider to be the most important rolls of the game, my reserve rolls. These always screw me over. Hopefully I'll get at least 2 of these drop pods in. Really, I want 3 of them in. Well, actually, really, I want all 4. So let's just do these one at a time. 3 plus. Yes! 3 plus for the Zoanthropes. Didn't care about them anyways. 3 plus for the Turbogon. Yes! And the Tyrannocytes. Yay! I got 3 out of 4. Woo! So I'm actually going to go for trying to get all 6 objectives, because I have this slight, tiny possible way to do it. So why not? So first off, I'm going to put this guy right here with an inch away, and I'm going to pray that he does not go off this table, because it's the only way that they can actually mishap. He does not. He's actually going to stay exactly where he is, because 8 inches will put him on top, and we reduce that until he's not mishapped, which is an inch away. Tyrannocyte is then placed within 6 inches, so he's going to go right here, which will be an inch away from his guys, and within 3 inches of the objective. And the second one is going to attempt to come in right here, because I can disembark a Termagant right here, which will be within 3 inches of the objective and more than an inch away from him. And my Termagants have objectives secured. Alright, he's not going to mishap, but he might go really far away from where I want. 5 inches. So he only scatters to here, because that is impassable. And there they are. So we did the measuring, very careful measuring, and it's just barely fitting. He's within 6 inches of that. This guy might be too close, but it's not him that's important. And he's within 3 inches of the objective. And the Turbogon's Tyrannocyte, of course, he were the one I didn't really care where he lands, gets a direct hit. And might as well grab this objective with him, and then he will spawn Termagants. So he spawns 3d6. He rolled doubles right away, but I did get a good healthy 17, so that's nice. And there are 17 Termagants with flesh borers. They do not have objectives secured, just want to point that out again, because they are not part of the combined arms attachment, so they do not get that rule. Hormigants move through cover, 5 inches. They're going to come back and try to take care of these Screamers. The Screamers are like 3 attacks each, strength 4, so they're going to be tough. Are they just toughness 3?
No, they're toughness 4.
Okay, so my poison is going to help me a little bit and allow me to wound them on 4s rather than 5s like they normally would do. And I'm assuming, what's their initiative?
4.
Okay, so I get to hit them first. I might be able to kill 1 or 2 of them, maybe a few. We'll see. Move through cover for the Toxicrene, 6 inches. So he's going to stay within 3 inches of that objective. Otherwise, the entire plan that I have would kind of be frustrated. These guys are just going to shimmy to put in another model within 3 inches of that objective. Okay, so I don't have a Psyker on the table, so I'm going to roll for it, because what the heck. And I get 5, plus 1, so I get 6. You no longer have 16 warp charges, because you lost a couple. So you probably have plus 14 then. So you get 19, and I get 6. You ready for this?
I'm going to deny all the witches.
You are. The Turbigon is going to use all 6 dice to try to do Dominion. He does have Psychic Scream, but that's a level 3 Psyker, which means he'll be denying on 4s. And you have 19 dice. And I've got 6, so let's just try to get Dominion. And I get 3. So 19 dice needs 3 6s, and you got 5. So denied. Shooting phase, the Toxicrene is going to fire at this one right here, which is within 12 inches. This is poison 2+. Are they more than 1 wound each?
Yes.
Okay, so insta-killing will actually matter on 6s. Scatter, direct hit. Thankfully, because I have lots of my own guys. We got 4 of them. Wounds on 2, 6s are instant death. Oh! 4 wounds, 2 instant death. Do the 2 invulns or the 2 instant death first. And regular ones. Wow, okay. Nothing happens. And these guys will fire at them as well. Because... yeah. Yeah, let's try it. So we'll start with the Barb Strangler. He'll toss it back here. And you are jinking, as you're declaring it now. That didn't matter against that guy because he ignores cover, but it will matter against these ones. And direct hit. 3 of them are hit, so wounding on 4s, 1 wound. Cover! Oh, he takes a wound. Closest guy takes a wound, down to 1, and then the 2 Death Spitters will fire. Hitting on 4s. Wow, that's wonderful. 3s. Watch out, 2 wounds. 4 up, cover. Oh, so you take 2 wounds, so 1 of them dies. The next nearest is your Herald, so I'm assuming you want to look out, sir, on a 2+. So the next guy takes a wound. Flush boards from these guys into the Seekers. 16 shots hitting on 4s. Ooh, man, it's a lot of hits. Near toughness 3, so 3s to wound. 5 up invuln. 1 of them for 5, 6, 7, and they only have 1 wound each. Oh, jeez. They look tougher. Like the models look tougher than they actually are. Because like you get these guys are 2 wounds each, and those guys are 2 wounds each, and you get these big guys are 1 wound each, toughness 3. Now we've got the Tyrannocyte. He's got his Acid Spray, which is a torrent. So I'm going to do that one first, because I think I can cover the most with it. Or actually, no, it would make more sense to do the regular Flamer first. They're all going to wound on 2s. Insta-killing... oh, is the Herald have more than 1 wound?
Yes.
Then I'll do the torrent first, because the strength 6 will actually insta-kill them. Because they're toughness 3. So let's see how many I can hit. Probably 5 or 6. Yeah, I can only hit 5. Wounding on 2s. Strength 6. 5 wounds. So we got 2 guys closer than the Heralds. We'll do them first. 5 up.
Rerolling 1s. So 1 dies.
1 dies. So there's another one for the next nearest. Okay, so he dies. Now the Herald probably wants to look out, sir, right?
So yeah, so 2+.
Okay, so he look out, sirs both. 5 up invuln. And 2 more die. So it'll be the nearest to him. So it'll be these 2. That was important because it would insta-kill him. Now his Desiccator Larva, which is Fleshbane, only probably going to hit 3. Yeah, it's Fleshbane, so it's 2+ to wound. 3 more wounds.
Plus.
Look out, sir. Oh. So he takes 1.
So the other 2, I'll do them first.
5 up. Whoop. 1 dies, and then he takes a wound. Yes. Oh, no, you get to reroll 1s. He does not. So just 1 dies closest to him, so it'll be this guy. He's going to fire his Cluster Spines right here. Strength 5, AP 5. Scatter. 3 inches. Ends up here and hits 3. So no more than the first one. 2s to wound. 3 wounds.
They're not ruined? Is it? Or
it's ruined. So he's going to go to ground. So this is 4 up, and these guys will then have +1. Okay. So 3 up.
Rerolling 1s.
So they're good. So 1 more 3 up. They're good. Have the warriors fire into the Fleshhound, starting with the Barb Strangler. The Barb Strangler right here, targeted on that guy, and we go back 4 inches. So we end up hitting just 1. Wounding on a strength 4, so 4. 1 wound. 3 up invuln. Oh, take a wound. So he'll take a wound down to 1, and then the rest of the Death Spitters will fire. 4s to hit. 3s to wound, strength 5. 3 up invulns. And 2 more wounds. So he dies, and the next nearest takes a wound. Then 60 Devour shots into the Fleshhounds. See what happens. We'll do these 30 at a time, hitting on 4s. Strength 4, so 4s to wound. 3+ invulns. Rolled really poorly for... oh, missed 3 of them. So that kills the next 2, because they're the next nearest. And the second half, 30 shots hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. 3 up invulns. See? 3 wounds. I did almost 3 times as many, but only a bit more for wounds. So 3 wounds will be 1 dies, then the other takes a wound. So now we're at the end of the shooting phase, but before morale checks, the Tyrannocytes get to fire their instinctive fire, which is each weapon firing at the nearest unit, and they can each fire at a different one. Now, rules is really poorly written because they're monstrous creatures. So where the guns are modeled actually has no anything. So really, it would just be all 5 fire at the nearest one. But in the White Dwarf magazine, the writers were talking about how to do the Tyrannocyte, and they talked about actually firing from each weapon. So I can see that their intention was to treat it more like a vehicle, and that they actually have they actually have like a facing for each weapon. And so the way we'll resolve it is just kind of treat them like a regular weapon with their arc. And if there's more than one that can see the same unit, then we resolve all those at the same time, not one at a time. But other than that, they can fire different units. And so that is a rules as intended house rule. And I think we'll see that in an FAQ because they talked about it in the White Dwarf. We just know that that's what they wanted. So we've got 1 here that is going to target this unit. So we'll target that guy, and it's going to go 1 inch. So it just hits 3. 3's to wound because your toughness 3 is strength 4. And the nearest guy's gone to ground. He's got a 3 up cover. You're fine. And then this one's going to target Bellicor. Obviously just going to center it on him and miss. This one will target Greater Unclean One, and hopefully not scatter. Oh, yep. It's going to go 4 inches. It's only BS2. It's going to hit some of my own guys. So it hits 2 Termagants and my Turbogon, and neither of these 2. Termagant on a 3. I take 1 wound. It's AP 5, so 1 just dies. Turbogon wounded on a 6. It's fine. And the other 2 have line of fire into these guys, and so it's 36 inches, so I can pretty much put it wherever I want. So the first one I'll put right here, and that'll go 9 inches. That brings that one to here. The second one, direct hit. So we hit 4 of them. 4 is to wound, so 2 wounds. And what are they at? 5 up in 1?
4 up rerolling ones. Is this ignore cover?
Oh yeah, because you jinked. Not ignoring cover. 4 up rerolling ones, you're good. And this one over here, we'll target it right there. And 2 inches. It goes here and hits 3 guys. And 4 is to wound, 1 wound. 3 up invuln, make it. And then we got this guy.
He's fine.
He's flying, so I can't target him. So these 2 will fire into this unit. So put it here, because I like that spot. It's going to go 5 inches. Ends up here, just hits 1. 1, direct hit, so it hits 4. So that's 5 hits in total. 4 is to wound, 2 wound. Invulns, 1. So it looks like these are equidistant, so you can choose and take some.
Look out, sir, on him to like somebody else.
Yeah, because they're at the same distance, so you get to choose. So he makes it so he'll take a wound. So it puts a wound onto him rather than killing the other guy. And he can't see with any other guns any targets. So that's the end of my shooting phase. We don't have to worry about any pinning or morale test for you because of demonic instability. Has you pretty much ignore everything that Fearless ignores without being fearless. And so that is it. So we're going to go straight into the assault phase. Yeah, the only thing that's going to assault is these guys into here. Do you have any shooting attacks?
No.
Oh, you went to ground anyways.
Yeah. Well, they jinked.
You jinked.
Yes.
So you didn't go to ground. So you could still overwatch if you had shooting, which you don't. Distance. I have fleet. That's better than 2. Obviously, I'm not going to have to measure the first few. This guy into base contact. Yeah, they're all going to be in. Hey, get your gun out of the way. Spiky bits galore. And these guys will charge as well. It is going to be through difficult terrain, so -2. So 3 inches. That won't be enough, probably. Yeah, he's like 3 1/4 inches away, the nearest. Wait, over here? Yeah, no. So they fail their charge. So into this assault, I am initiative 5, because even if somehow I had to go through difficult terrain, he had. Oh no, you haven't gone to ground. But I wasn't going to go through difficult terrain anyways. Initiative 5, so all my guys get to go first. 45 attacks. Weapon skill 3 versus your 5, so I'm hitting on 4s. I have no idea. This many hits. Looks about half. 4 is to wound because I have poison, 4+. I got 14 hits, which is above average. You have a 5 up invuln, rerolling 1s. You got 2 wounds on each guy. And you get to reroll that 1. There you go. So you made 5 of them. So 1 dies, 2 dies, 3 dies, 4 dies, 4.5. Wow, jeez. So we got the 4 nearest have to die. I don't think this will affect how many of you guys will get to attack because I think you'll be be able to pile in far enough, and then he will take 1 wound. And he takes a wound. So his pile in is 3 inches, and we just measured it, and this is 3.5 inches away. So they don't get to strike back, which really sucks for them. Stupid flying faces. Does this guy have a wound? Oh yeah, you look outside. So we have to now roll for demonic instability because these guys are not in range to attack, so we do combat resolution. And demonic instability, for those of you who don't know, is you just do a leadership test minus however many you lost by, and you take that many more wounds. No saves of any kind allowed. And there's shadows in the warp on this guy, so his leadership of 8 is down to 5, but the rest of the unit is leadership 7, so we'll be basing it off of that. But either way, it brings you down to needing double 1s to not be dead. So your leadership is brought down. Can you be brought down to lower than 2 leadership?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because because you took 9 wounds and your leadership 7.
But, well, insane heroism always passes or something like that.
Yeah, but it's how much you lose by that you take that many wounds,
I
right?
understand.
So that's the question. Let's look it up really quick. So I just did some rule checking because I was curious at what their leadership becomes, because it's 7 minus 9, and it says that initiative can't be reduced below 1, and no other characteristic can be reduced below 0. So they're going to be leadership 0. A double 1 will bring everything back, but we need to know that because how much he fails his leadership test by is how many more wounds he takes. So, leadership test, leadership 0. Whoa! You almost rolled double 1. So he took 3 more wounds. So he takes 3 wounds with no saves of any kind allowed, but he gets to place them however he wants. So he's going to basically take the 3 guys who are uninjured and give them 1 wound each, just to give them the best chance of being able to do more damage next turn. It really sucks that they weren't in range to attack. That's really what did it here, because they could have 3 attacks each. Could have really changed that. They might not have won combat, but still, that 3 would have probably meant no more were lost. Last pile in, and since it's my turn, I pile in first. 3 inches. In they go. And then he piles in 3 inches. Ooh, that's a heavy herald.
He's metal.
Made of metal. And that is ongoing. So end of Tyranid's turn 2. 3 Tyrannocytes dropped in. And the combined might of all the Termagants here and the warriors, able to kill a lot of those flesh hounds. But unfortunately, they don't do demonic instability in the shooting phase. That would be awesome. Not for the demon player, but for the person playing against a demon player. These guys dropped in. The Termagant dropped in, who then spawned Termagants, who then shot down all the Seekers. And the Tyrannofex over here was dropped in from this Tyrannocyte. And he killed a bunch of these, but not enough to grab that objective. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get domination. It was a long shot, but if I had got it, it would basically have meant game, because I got so many points. So I have domination, secure objective 2 and 6. I do have objective 2. Oh, it got moved, because we did measure it before. I do not have 6, but I am going to hold on to both 2 and 6. Am I going to try to hold on to domination? I don't know. I have a funny feeling I won't be able to get 2 again, because these guys are going to move up and kill all the Termagants. He can't do anything for a turn because he's still up in the air. But these guys have a lot of attacks, and they're Khorne, so they probably have rage, right?
They have hatred.
They have hatred as well.
Fierce charge.
And fierce charge. Do they have rage?
I have no idea.
Wrong answer. Those guys have gone to ground, but they're going to hold on to that objective. So I don't know. Should I go for it? No, you know what? I'm going to drop domination because I want to be able to draw something else instead. So now the current score is 6 for me to 1 on your side for objectives as we go into Demons turn 2. So you have 1 objective, Blood and Guts, killing stuff in assault. So behind enemy lines, so get within 12 inches of my table edge.
Already got
And
that.
psychological warfare, make me fail a morale, pinning, or fear test. And amongst this dead pile, there are cultists. 3+ to come in, and they do. Cultists are just going to walk on their own table edge. They do have objectives secured, as they are troop choices in an allied detachment. But other than that, they're not going to be incredibly useful. They're more just so you could bring Bellicor, I'm guessing, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. See if the thing spawns on a 4+.
Yeah.
It does.
D6.
And D6 what?
1.
Whatever you want.
True.
1 guy, but you might as well bring a Zinch guy and have more warp charges.
Exactly.
Bloodthirster is going to drop to the ground, so he'll be jump infantry, but he cannot charge this turn. Uh-oh, watch out. I might, glare at you ominously.
Charge me.
Yeah.
Charge.
Great idea.
Charge.
And the Flesh Hounds want some payback, so they're going to move forward.
Also, Overwatch is just going to kill them.
60 shots Overwatch? Well, it's only 10 hits. Wounding on 4, so that's 5 wounds. And you...
Save.
Are they still have a 3-up invuln?
No, I have to do it again.
You have to do it again, okay.
36.
Big fat guy, moving 3 inches. That's all right. Who are you trying to kill?
The Termagant.
Well, then you're close. 3 inches. I don't think you're going to have a problem here.
You're right.
Bellicor is going to move forward and secure this flank from these warriors. Gonna try to Grimoire these guys again on the 3-up. Yeah, so they are 3-up invulns. Psychic phase. You roll a 3, so I get 4, and you get something else. So you end up with 17 dice. Have fun with that. It's gonna attempt to manifest invisibility onto them, and it's warp charge 2, so you got it. He used all 4 of my dice to try to stop that, and I need 2 6s. I got 1. Basically means that I have to roll 6s to hit them in close combat. These guys will manifest sacrifice.
Warp charge 1. I got it.
I got it. I don't have any more dice to stop you.
So 1 just dies.
The deep strikes a herald within 6 inches, which can mishap. He should be fine.
No.
He's there.
But I have to...
Psychic power, is he level 2?
Yes.
So 3 and 1. So that's Cursed Earth and Infernal Gaze. Iron Arm on the big fat guy. Oh, he fails it. And summoning on him, Warp Charge 3, 6 dice.
Got it.
Makes it. So he's going to summon 5 Seekers who will Deep Strike. Uh-oh. That will be a mishap. So don't roll a 1. 4 is just ongoing reserve. Winds of Chaos. What do you got? 8.
No, 2.
So this hits everything that's Khorne and enemy unengaged. So let's start with your Khorne guys on the 6. No. Bloodthirster. No. Termagants. No. Tyrannocyte. Yes. Does D6. 6. Strength 6 rending, right?
Yes.
AP nothing?
AP dash.
AP dash. So 6. Strength 6. AP nothing rending. So I am toughness 5. So you got 3 wounds, 4 up saves. I take 1 wound. So he's down to 5. And these guys? No. Toxicrane? No. This Tyrannocyte? No. Tervagon? Yes. Oh, that's good. D6, 1. Wounding on a 4. Rending. So he takes a wound. No cover save. So he is down to 5 wounds. No warriors. No, we don't do the Hormagaunts because they're engaged. Tyrannocyte? No. And Tyrannifex? No. So he's going to whip one of the warriors. Hits strength 6, AP 2, and he wounds him. No save. So down to 2 wounds. Gonna fire at the Tyrannocyte because, hey, why not? Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 6s. 1 wound. He's good. Assault phase, he's gonna charge me. I only have a blast weapon, so no overwatch. So don't roll double 1s. 9, you're probably in.
I think that might get it.
You might need to measure. And it wasn't difficult terrain, so there is no negative to his initiative. These guys will charge, and I will overwatch with 60 shots. So I'm going to do these 30 at a time, hitting on 6s. And wounding on 4s. Whoa. Well, with half my attacks, I got the expected number of wounds. Well, no, because you got the Grimoire on them.
I should probably do... Nah, I'll just do them all at once. Oh.
3 wounds. So the nearest are still these guys. So you just lose 1, and then take a wound on that one over there. 30 more. Hitting on 6s. And wounding on 4s. Only 1. Still, I got a total of 6. Only 1 higher than expected. Although your 3 pluses have been less than desirable. Roll. 1 more. So that's the same guy. He dies.
Less than 50%.
Less than 50%. And 8-inch charge, and you are in. Now he's cavalry.
Yes.
So he'll have Hammer of Wrath. And then the rest are just regular. And then Be'lakor is going to declare a charge here. He's not invisible. These guys are invisible. It doesn't matter. I can still snap fire. So they will overwatch their 2 death spitters. 6s to hit, 2 hits. 4s to wound. Nothing. And anything but double 1? Yeah, 8, you're in. Do you have anything to prevent you from losing initiative?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so at least I'll get to hit you first, but I'm most likely dead. So we'll do this combat first. Strength 6, Hammer of Wrath from the Greater Unclean One, so wounding on a 4, nothing. So 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, you got 4 hits, and you're going to wound on 4s, ignoring my armor. So 3 wounds.
Not bad.
So I'm down to 2, and I hit back. I'm going to smash back because he's toughness 7, I'm only strength 5, and I don't have poison or anything. So I have 1 attack hitting on 4s. Misses. So I lost combat, but I am fearless, so you can kill me during my turn.
Woohoo.
Be'lakor against them, I go first at initiative 4 because he's initiative 1 for having gone through close or through difficult terrain.
Excuse me.
9 attacks sitting on 4s. So we got 5 hits wounding on 5s. Ooh, 3 wounds. 4 up invul. Re-rolling 1s.
No, he's just...
Oh, because you're not Zenith. So you take 2 wounds. Oh, wow. So he's down to 2 wounds, and now he gets to hit. We did forget Hammer of Wrath, and your strength, what?
Strength 6. I'm strength 6 base, 7 with my weapon.
So your 2's to wound. AP nothing though, so 4 up. So I do not take a wound. 6 attacks, mastercrafted, so we get to reroll 1, so 4, 5 hits. Strength 7, so 2's to wound, so we got 4 wounds, AP 2 as he is a monstrous creature. And it doesn't matter which one I put it on. I'll put it on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's down to 1. So you won combat by 1. So I will pile in because you're already stuck. Because I'm fearless. So we'll do this attack next. He is invisible. I still get to attack first, but I'm going to be only hitting on 6s. 30 attacks? No, not twice. Hitting on 6s because he's invisible. I like the old invisibility better, although it only gotten me a couple more. So we got 4 hits. And poison 4+. Oh, 3 wounds. Your 5 up invulns. So 1 dies. I really wish you failed more of those invulns because everyone would have killed a guy. So then you can pile in and go. Screamers first, 9 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 4s.
Or they're 4s because they're only weapon skill 3. And then their strength 4, so hitting on 3s, 1 wound. 6 up save. Oh. So I guess I'm not going to win combat. Herald has 3 attacks, hitting on 4s and wounding on 4s. AP nothing for his, it doesn't matter. So tie combat. So it took your guys going invisible for you not to lose combat. Pretty sad, Screamers. Pretty sad. So we have Hammer of Wrath from the Juggernaut first at strength. What's his strength? That's going to do it. 6 up. So 1 dies from that. And then he will pile in at his initiative step and do his attacks. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of hatred. So 5 hits.
Much higher than
Is it at least 5?
Yeah.
Because you got Furious Charge. Okay, so 2's to wound. Okay.
Right, it's AP3.
It's AP3, so 4 of them die. And everybody else is initiative 4, so your guys would... Actually, they should already be in base. So I'll just pile in my guys. And all of them will get to the combat. Well, the Termagants will go first, but anybody they do kill will still be able to attack. So we got 12 guys who are in range, so 12 attacks hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. Yeah, baby! And now the 3 Flesh Hounds. 9 attacks from the Flesh Hound. Do they have hatred as well?
They do. The whole unit does.
Hitting on 3s.
Whoa.
Roll that one again. A re-roll, the 4 misses due to hatred. All hit. 5 due to Furious Charge, so 2's to wound. 6 up armor. I saved none of them. Wow. 9 die. So you kind of won combat, but I am fearless thanks to my awesome leaders at the back. So you will just pile in, and this will be an ongoing combat. So bottom of turn 2, the demons are starting to push their way back into this game. It was looking dire for them at first, but now Be'lakor is engaged with these warriors who are most likely dead, and during my turn. Hormagaunts and the Screamers are going to be a fun fight, because the Hormagaunts could actually beat the Screamers, and the Screamers don't have a way to quickly kill the Hormagaunts. Most likely, his Warlord will kill my Warlord. The Flesh Hounds will definitely finish off those Termagants, and then next turn the Bloodthirster will be in there. So the demons are definitely able to do some damage here. Let's see if I can take some more out and get some more points before he does so. Tyranids, turn 3. So for objectives, though, you got to go back to that. You got behind enemy lines, and you got 3 guys behind it, so you get D3 for that. Oh, you got 3. Well, there goes my big lead.
And I'll get rid of the...
You gonna get rid of psychological warfare?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not likely you'll get that, because most of my guys are fearless. Although, not for long. And beginning of my turn, we draw our up to 3. Oh, look, another secure objective 6. I've drawn all 3 secure objective 6 and secure objective 2. And just as a reminder, 2 is right there behind the Flesh Hounds, who I cannot charge with the Tyrannocyte, because the Tyrannocyte is not allowed to charge. And 6 is over there, which I may be able to get by killing all those guys with the Tyrannifex. I do have 1 instinctive behavior test to make for the Tyrannifex. So Tyrannocyte, Tyrannifex, Turvagon, Toxicrane, just so many T's. He's leadership 8, or he hunts. He will hunt. So basically a 1 through 5, he has to shoot at the nearest unit, and then he cannot assault, which really sucks, because if I assaulted them and killed them all in close combat, then I could have grabbed that objective. On a 6, he'll gain preferred enemy. Nope. And the Zoanthropes come in on a 3+, and they do. Try to drop it in right here. The Zoanthropes could have a chance to hurt him. Scatter die, or scattering, 9 inches. So he'll just stop right here. Wings and tentacles in the way. I'm just going to put him right there. We got a Neurothrope and 2 Zoanthropes. We'll disembark right there. The warriors are going to back up a bit. Difficult terrain for the Toxicrane with move through cover, 6 inches. He's going to come this way. Termagants are going to come and see if they can take care of some of these blue horrors. The fact that they're blue keeps throwing me off.
It used to make sense.
It used to make sense because they would come back as blue.
They still come back as blue, but they only come back at the initiative 1 step now.
Oh, they still do?
Disappear, yeah.
Oh, okay. This guy's going to float this way. He's going to turn to make sure that 2 of these can see them. Have this guy just kind of... I don't even know.
How far do they move? Is it
6 inches. Yeah, they move as normal. Psychic phase. Come on, there we go. I get 8, and you get a bajillion. So the Neurothrop is going to use all 8 dice to cast Spirit Leech on the Bloodthirster. So we need... It's Warp Charge 2. I need 2 of these. Oh, I only got 4. You're going to throw all at 19?
You don't have any more warp charges after this.
Well, if any wounds you lose, I gain more warp charges so they can fire Warp Blast.
I see. I'm just
So you throw all 19, because if you stop it, then I don't get any. You need 4 6s. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got it! My goodness! So he has to take a 3d6 leadership test against his leadership of 9, and whatever he fails it by, he takes a wound with invuln saves allowed only. You're supposed to show off the Neurothropes. Let's see what the Neurothropes can do. No! We're not going to see what the Neurothropes can do. Fine. So shooting phase, the Zoanthropes will run 5 inches. So they're going to move over and grab that objective. And then 4 Death Spitters into him. So we got 12 shots, hitting on 4s. Ooh. And wounding on 5s. 1 wound. I'm re-rolling. No, you don't re-roll ones.
3 up armor.
3 up armor. Okay, yeah, that's probably better. Here you go. Trident effects will go next. Shooting at the nearest unit, which is here. And Torrent, I'll hit 4 of them. That's right, it's 3 and 1. But I can't hit any more than 3 of these, so I can hit that guy as a secondary. 2s to wound the blue guys. 2 wounds. Your nearest is the Herald. Do you want to look out, sir, those?
Yes.
So he doesn't instant die. Okay, he's good. And it's, what do they got? 5 up?
So 1 die.
So the nearest would be this guy. And then 2 to wound guy in the back. It does. Ignores cover, so just 5 up invuln. And he instant dies.
Reroll.
Oh, it's a 1. Oh, you always roll a 5 again when you roll 1s. And then the Fleshbane one. 2s to wound. 2 wounds. So you're going to look out, sir, the first
Actually,
one?
I can do them individually, can I? I
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
declare, so I made it. So this is the lookout, sir. It's good. And then...
Wow, 3 5s. Okay, you're good. And then these guys will fire at that squad. 4s to hit.
Yeah.
3s to wound. And they will go to ground. So you're 2 nearest. You got to do these 2 first because the next guy will be closer. 3 up, save.
Rerolling once.
Oh, I hate that roll. Why do I get to reroll 1s with cover saves? Yep, you made more 5 pluses. Hey, 1 more. Okay, and then you got. Was that all of them? Oh, jeez. So then this guy next. 2 of these on the nearest unit. I'll stick it over here, right there. Direct hit. It's 2 guys, and the second one is way off.
Yeah.
3s to wound. 2 wounds. Nearest is your Herald. Do you want to look out, sir?
Does it ignore cover?
No.
What strength is it?
4.
I will look up, sir, 1 of them.
Okay.
So I looked out. So this is a 3 up because it doesn't ignore cover, right? So made it, and then hit the 5 up rerolling ones. And he takes 1.
So Herald takes a wound. And then we got a blast over here as well. Direct hit, wounding on a 3, 1 wound, 5 up invuln. Reroll the 1s, which will become a 5 plus. Congratulations. So this gun from this Tyrannocyte will fire at this squad. Same spot right here. Direct hit, 2 hits. 3s to wound, 1 wound. Hey, do I get to reroll my 1s because you're Zinch?
Yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, look at that. I got a 5, of course.
3 up rerolling ones.
Yes. Good. 1 against the cultists who don't have any stupid rules.
Boom.
Unless I miss. Actually, that might be good. Yeah. So 6 inches keeps it just on the table. We hit 3. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. So 2 die. Woohoo!
Ooh.
And then for the what the heck of it, and 2 inches. So it's going to hit these both. Wounds him on a 6. Wounds him on a 5. No, we're fine. That's the end of the shooting phase. So straight to the assault phase. I get to choose the order, which is important because I don't want you to kill my synapse before you kill my regular one. So we'll start with this fight. You're still invisible. 28 attacks, hitting on 6s because you're invisible. 3 hits. 4s to wound, 1 wound. 5 up. Oh, what the crap with your 5 ups? And you get 9 attacks back. 4s to hit. 3s to wound.
Yes.
3 wounds. 6 up armor. Yeah, I've yet to make a 6 up armor. I know it's only 6 up armor, but It's been a while since I've made one.
And then the Herald.
It's 2 hits, wounding on 4s, nothing. Lose combat, but I am fearless because the warriors are still alive. So this attack next, Be'lakor will go first at initiative 8. 5 attacks in on 3s.
Mastercrafted.
Mastercrafted, so we roll 1. So 4 hits, wounding on 2s.
Fleshbane, but
yeah.
I forgot about that last time.
Well, Fleshbane doesn't reroll anyways.
Isn't it? Which is the one that is it?
Poison.
Shred?
Poison's
No, but
reroll.
the-
And
the-
Shred rerolls,
I think
yeah.
it is Shred too, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm 4.
Fleshbane just means you wound on 2. So that's 4 wounds. So that kills them both. Consolidate. 1 inch. Assuming there.
Yeah, that works.
And then we got this fight. Big old fat iron arm guy. 5 attacks.
Hitting on
Hitting on 3s. No rerolls. And then your strength.
4s.
Yeah, so you need 4s. You need 2 4s to kill me. And you get 1.
Boom.
That's right. You don't get to kill me till your turn. Hit you back with 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on... You are...
Up to 7.
6s. Nothing. Attack, but I am fearless. Then we have this fight. Your big guy goes first.
Yes.
He's actually going to use his unwieldy attack, so he'll go last at initiative 1. So then we have the Fleshhounds and the Termagants going first. The Termagants first, hitting on 4s. Ooh. And wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. 3 plus. Oh!
Whoa.
So 1 actually dies.
I'll just take that one.
Doesn't matter, yeah. But he still gets to attack back. 6 attacks from the
Hitting on
Fleshhounds.
3s.
Yeah. Oh, no
reroll.
more hatred.
No.
And they're only strength 4 now, so 3s to wound. Oh, okay, well. 6 up armor. Hey! Finally made a couple. So he'll die. And now he'll fight with his unwieldy weapon. So it's Rampage, I guess, plus D3 attacks because he is outnumbered, so 1 extra. He has 6 attacks at this point, hitting on 3s. No hatred now. And then he's wounding on 2s. No saves. 3 dead. So it kills 3 of them, but they are fearless. And so you win combat, so you just pile in. Actually, it's my turn, so I pile in. And then you pile in. And that is the end of Tyrannid's turn 3. So I didn't do much damage. You killed my warriors.
You take instinctive behavior?
No, not when they're in combat, and not till the beginning of my turn. So unfortunately, I was not able to shake the blue horrors over there because you made too many 5+ saves. Otherwise, that Herald would be dead. And did no more damage to these guys, who are going to slowly whittle away the Hormagaunts, who are now not going to be fearless because they lost their synapse creatures. So it's not looking very good for the Tyranids as we go into Demons turn 3. But I do get objective number 2, and I'm going to hold on to both of these number 6s because all it'll take is 1 good round with that Tyrannocyte, and I'll be able to get it. Draw 2 new cards. Secure objective 4 and 5. 4 and 5. So you won't be able to get 4 unless you can somehow wipe out the Termagants as well. Which actually, you know what? You could do it. If you killed the Termagant, which you will,
Yes.
then he hurts the nearest ones. So it is possible. Seekers coming in from ongoing reserve will probably miss
11
half.
is off, yes.
Yeah, that's going to be off. Hey, ongoing reserve.
Eh.
Cultists are going to advance towards the Termagants. Be'lakor is going to... And that would be difficult terrain, so we got to roll for that. Now you're good. Portoglyph!
No.
Yay, no more! Attempt to Grimoire these guys again on a 3+, and you make it. So they're 3 up in Vuln.
Oops.
Bloodthirster's going to jump up here. 1 Herald will move, and the green Herald will move. Psychic Phase! And then you're up against demons, you go Groan.
2.
Attempt to manifest Endurance on the Bloodthirster, which will give him Eternal Warrior. Oh, deep peril!
Barrels.
And I'll try to stop it. I do not. And perils? 5. So he has to take a leadership test or take a wound, but he's at -3 leadership because of Shadows on the Warp, and he's got a 6, 9 down to 6, he makes it. Iron Arm on himself. He succeeds with another perils. Roll on the table. 3. He takes a wound with no saves of any kind allowed and loses D3 warp charges. So 1 warp charge is gone from your pool. Attempt to summon Fleshhounds, and he
got
perils.
it. 666.
But he got it. What's his perils result? 6. Leadership test. He fails it, so he takes a wound.
So he dies.
Oh, he only has 1 wound?
Yeah, he's only... This is the troop.
Oh, that's not a herald. But he does summon the Fleshhounds. He's going to deep strike the 1 Fleshhound. I guess 5. I've got to deep strike them 1 at a time.
Boo.
Or not 1 at a time. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And they are fine because they deep striked all together. And they're going to attempt to sacrifice. And they make it. They need to get 2.
Just 1.
So they lose 1 guy and summon another herald.
Kill this guy.
Wonderful. Deep strike. He's good. Winds of Chaos. And double 1.
Good thing I can reroll. I'd be dead.
8.
That's the corn.
So that's the corn one and everybody else. On the corn, on the Bloodthirster?
And these guys too.
No. And on the hounds?
Yes.
You dropped it. So you gotta roll it. No. Zoanthropes!
Kill them all.
No. Tyrannocyte. No. Other Tyrannocyte. No. Warriors. Yes. So they take d6, 2, strength 6, choose to wound, rending. So 1, 4 up save, the one's rended. No. I'm just gonna kill one because it'll just be easier than trying to find another one. Toxicrene. No. Other Tyrannocyte. Yes. Takes d6. 6. Strength 6. So 3s to wound, rending. So it looks like we got 2 rending and 3 more. So takes 3 wounds. So he's down to 3. That's new. Tyrannofex, no. And Tyrannocyte over there, no. Shooting phase, they're going to run 6 inches. Just to not grant me a cover save. From the awesome pistol shots of the cultists. And then the cultists will open fire on the Termagants. 8 shots, hitting on 4s. And winning on 4s. 2 wounds. So 2 die. Strength 6 AP2 lash into them. Hits and wounds on A2 and wounds. Down to 2. Assault phase, Bellicor will charge in. He's an inch away, so we're good. First roll charge, I will overwatch. 9 shots, hitting on 6s, nothing. Don't roll a double 1 and you're good for your charge range. You're good. In he goes. Do this assault first. You are iron armed this time.
Yes.
Even though you peril because of it. And so you're hitting on 3s. Mastercrafted or anything? No. And you're just wounding on 2s. Rerolling because of poison. So 3 wounds. AP2. You killed him. So those Termagants will take 3d6 strength 3 hits.
Do you roll it or do I?
I don't care. Doesn't matter who rolls it. It's all the same. 12. So 12 hits, wounding on 4s. 6 up armor save. So 8 die. 1 to 3. It did take me off of the objective. Consolidate 2 inches onto the objective. And this fight right here, we got a Hammer of Wrath from Bellicor, wounding on a 2. Save. So 1 dies. And then Bellicor goes next with initiative 8. Hits on 3s. Mastercrafted. 5 hits, wounding on 2s, no saves. Nope. Oh, 2 1s. So that's 3 wounds. It does take these Hormigons off of Bellicor. But you didn't get invisibility on your guys anyways, so.
No, I didn't. I never
so then my initiative 5, he will pile in here. None of them are close enough to him. The other one's already engaged, so I'll put them all on these guys.
Yep.
14 attacks and on 4s now, not 6s. And I roll out of 6s. Actually, it's just 3 6s, but still. And poison 4+. Ugh, just 3. But every 5 up invuln that you fail is a dead guy. So at least I have that going for me. And you make 1 of them. So you just want to kill 2 of these guys?
Please.
Then you got your Screamer hitting back 3 attacks on 3s, or sorry, 4s.
Nothing.
And then the Herald hitting on 4s, 2 hits, wounding on 4s, right?
Yeah.
6 up save. 1 more dies. I lost combat by 3, so leadership down to 3. I fail it. So sweeping advance, you got initiative 8 against my initiative 5. So initiative 8, no 9. If I roll a 5+, no, they're dead. And they're consolidating a little bit. Grab that objective. So Bloodthirster against the Warriors, Hammer of Wrath first off. It's strength 7, he said?
It's strength 6, but I mean...
Yeah, that's still a wound. 6 up, or sorry, 4 up, takes a wound. The nearest guy is down to 2 wounds. 7 attacks from the Bloodthirster, hitting on 3s. Any rerolling? No. Wounding on 2s, insta-killing on 6s. So it's up to you how you apply these. You want to do the insta-kill first or the regular first?
Do the regular first.
Yeah, good idea, because it kills this guy, and then insta-kills 2 more. This guy consolidates 3 inches, or he piles in 3 inches, and he's out of that combat. So I lose combat, but I'm fearless, so you pile in. This guy's at full health, so this will be ongoing. Then we have this fight right here. Are you going to do your unwieldy rage thing again? Actually, you're not outnumbered anyway, so you wouldn't get it. So he gets to go first at his higher initiative, hitting on 3s. You got 6 attacks.
5, he doesn't have the rampage.
Oh, he didn't get the rampage, that's right. So 3s to hit, and wounding on 2s, no saves. You got him.
Yay.
Woo! Consolidate 4 inches. End of Demons turn 3. So they're kicking some Tyranid butt, some Tyranid behind, some Tyranid carapace, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at your objectives. Blood and Guts, had to kill something in the assault phase. You killed 1, 2 things. 3 things. You did enough to get D3. So roll a d3 for that. Oh, just 1. So it's only worth 1. You got secure objective 4. Yep, you got 4 and you got 5. So you got all 3 of them. And at the beginning of mine, I draw 1 more. Blood and Guts. Kill something in the assault phase. Awesome. Leadership 8 for instinctive behavior. He fails it. On a 6, he gets preferred enemy at least. Yay, preferred enemy. And the Termagants, leadership 6. They fail it. Whoop, let's roll 1 die. And they just can only fire if they are in area terrain.
They should have.
And we forgot their morale test when the Turbogon died and killed most of them. They make it. Insane. Toxic Crane, move through cover. 4 inches. The only problem is this guy's endurance now, but I could still hurt him. Zoanthropes and Neurothropes. Move right here. And Psychic Phase. So I get 7, and you get a bajillion. Because you haven't lost any guys, you just made another Herald. I'm going to try Spirit Leech on this guy again, and I got 4 of them. And you can try to deny it, need 4 6s. You got 3! Woo! So leadership test on leadership 8, because the Herald is leadership 8. Nope, 3 dice. 3 dice. There we go. 5 wounds. You do get your invuln saves, though, and they are Grimoire. So they have 3 up invuln.
Do you want me to do them 2 at a time because I have the flesh?
Just do them all.
Okay.
We'll look us after. See? They're all dead anyways. Oh, wait. No,
Yes.
I guess it was 1, and then how many does the Herald have?
I don't.
So you're going to look out, sir, twice. And you, well, actually, I guess it only matters once. So you kill him and take a wound. So you're down to 2. So I also gain 3 warp charges from you losing 3 guys for them to manifest Warp Blast, which I will manifest onto him, but I need 2. Nah, it's worth a try. Shooting phase, I will torrent these 2 and hit 1 of the Fleshhounds as well. So 1 of the 2 blue horrors and 1 on the Fleshhound. So do you want to look out, sir?
Yes, please.
Look out, sir. And 5 up save. So it kills the 1. Actually, it would be him. And look out, sir, the second one. Yep. And doesn't kill the other one. And then Fleshhound doesn't die. And then the poison one, or the Fleshbane one. Used to wound the blue horrors and used to wound the other guy. So look out, sir, once again. Look out, sir. Yes. 5 up. That's right. Die. Can't look out, sir. The other one. 5 up. Ah! And the Fleshhound. Oh, 1 wound, but they have 2 wounds each. We're going to skip the Tyrannocytes. They have to fire normally, but really the Tyranids have lost at this point. I just want to see if I can kill the Bloodthirster. I'm not going to shoot him. He's got 5 wounds. I could shoot that guy. Actually, I probably couldn't.
He's 10. Come on.
He's tough as 10 right now? Yeah, no. I'm just going to Toxic Screen, Assault the Bloodthirster. I just want to see what happens here. Bloodthirster will go first. He's going to do 3 attacks on each of them. So 3 on the Warrior, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s, 6s insta-kill. So he insta-kills the Warrior. And the 3 attacks on the Toxic Screen, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s, 6s are insta-kill. No, you didn't. The Warrior's dead. Now the problem is I can't insta-kill you back because you have Endurance on, which gives you Eternal Warrior. So hitting back on 5s. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 1 wound. It's AP2, so you get your 4 up invuln.
5 up invuln.
5 up invuln. Hey, I made it. So I lost combat. I am not fearless. Oh wait, I am fearless because he's a big guy. So at this point, I am going to say good game.
Good game.
Because in your turn, you're just going to endurance him again. And even if you didn't, even if I killed him, like seriously, still have Bellicor and that guy right there. It looks like I have a lot on the board because of the Tyrannocytes. So that's it for this one. We're going to do a post-game show in just a moment, so click the link below to go watch that. Of course, it is in the Vault. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it and sign up for a 7-day free trial. And then you can also watch the second game that we're going to play with the new Sporosis. So go ahead, click the links below, and happy wargaming.